What is going on, everyone? Welcome. It's Wednesday. Yes. And we are back with the Skinny Jean Gardener Show, and probably, most definitely, my favourite day of the week, just because of this. And now we've twisted it up a little bit. It's even better. Every Wednesday, we sit down and watch a classic ground force. A classic ground force. And we've mixed in a little bit of ground force bingo for tonight. So as the intro plays, I want to hear from you guys what your 5 ground force-isms are for tonight's bingo. Write them in the comments. Get ready. If you think Titchmarsh is going to check his watch, he always checks his watch. If you think that Dimmock is going to put a water feature in, that's almost a certain stamp on the bingo card. Let's hit the intro. If you think Tommy Walsh is going to put a decking down, always possible, then whack it in the comments right now. Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. Done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, all right?
You're going to get composted, Lee?
Yeah,
Migration.
Usually, the show would usually start by now, but I feel like this really gets me pumped for a show. So, and gives me time to drink my tea. So, if you're doing the same, remember, get your bingo words in now. I need 5. That's 5 garden ground force-isms. Or will Monty do something? What will Titchmarsh do? What will they say? Will they just laugh uncontrollably? Probably. Here we go. Oh yeah. I'm just. Here we go. I am just right now. I'm just writing down what everyone's saying, what everyone's got down for tonight's ground force. Oh, that's next. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I'm just writing down what everyone's writing. Tonight, for ground force bingo, you can play whenever you want, get involved whenever you need to. But, it'd be handy if you got them in first. Write down yours so you remember through tonight's show. Richard Suggett has wrote Tommy, Alan, Charlie. That's a bit cheeky. Is that allowed? We'll let that on slide. And oh dear, those are his 5 words. Ian's gone in with where's Ian's words? Ian said water feature, decking. He's going in with the check watch. Feature, seating area. Okay, a seating area. And fence. Oh! You don't. Oh, by the way, everyone, this is just for fun. There's no prizes involved in this. All right? There's no prizes. Well, Mackie wants a jazz off one night. A jazz off. Mackie wants a jazz off. What's he saying? He says, what's the tunes? We're off to the pub. He's out of here. He's gone anyway. Not even sticking around for Monty Bingo. He's going off to go and listen to some jazz in a pub. Jazz in a pub. Right. So Ian's wrote that. Let's see what everyone else has wrote. Here we go. Mark's wrote more an action after turf cutting, shuffling over the soil to tamp down the soil. Oh, he's going in with 1. Okay, we'll let you allow. As you go into the pub, Mark, we might just write that's the only one you're going to do. So, fair enough. He's just going to shuffle. I hope they lift some turf. Shuffle over turf for Mark. Let's see what everyone else has got in. Oh, hang on. Ian says, I want to know why Alexa won't play the best bits. Have you done something to upset her? Does she not do the best bits anymore? We'll get right. Can someone in the Alexa, the A department, can't say the word. Can someone just sort that out? Do you know what, actually? The other day, Olive tried to say it, and it didn't come up. So I'll be in touch with Mr. Bezos right away. Find out what's going on. Oh. Mark's not going to the pub. He was saying he was saying that Alan will say that. If you're going to write, can you write this down in one big comment, please? Can you just let me know, please? All right, in one big comment. Come on, team. Apparently I'm coming in fuzzy and all. Hopefully we'll be doing all right tonight. Hopefully, after last night's issues, we don't have the same tonight. Right. So Mark's put off to the pub. I can't keep up with what everyone's writing. Hang on. Stu's saying, how much time? Maybe we should get next week. We'll get these in beforehand. How much time we got left? Alan, that's right. Whole name. What's Bedo saying here? Listen to a great show from a guy called the Veg Grub. Get out. Get Bedos out of the comments, guys. Right, okay. That's all I'm taking from you tonight. If you want to put down your full list, then please do. But play along at home. We are playing. Oh, what's my words, actually? Oh, I should really have thought about this beforehand. I'm telling you guys that you should have thought about it. I should have thought about myself. Right, so my words will be the time, the watch thing is definitely a definite, all right? An awful painted wall. I'm going in with that. Got to be a water feature. It's not really ground force without a water feature, is it? Come on. 2 more. What else? An obvious camera shot that the owners know that that they're there. And obvious, obviously. So obvious. And what else we got? Let's have a little look. What else? One more thing, Lee. One more thing. An obvious camera shot. And school kids. A load of school kids out the front of the house. How about that? That's my 5. If you want to put your 5 in throughout the show, you can do, but play along at home. And if you get bingo, then I'd love to hear what your 5 are. Right, should we get into it? If you've not played before, well, none of us have. It's the first time we played Ground Force Bingo. We'll still watch it as usual, but just please do keep in mind that that we're playing at the same time. Tonight, I've got no idea where tonight's show comes from. Zero idea. Let me just share screen. I'm not sure if I'm meant to. I'm not going to share audio for a second. Let's see if it comes up. Right, hang on. Wait. I don't want to play the music tonight. Right, so let's just play this little bit where he's showing this design.
So the end of the garden is foreshortened and you don't actually see it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Ian, I don't know the episode I'm about to play. I swear to you, I don't know. I don't have time to sit and look through hours and hours worth of Ground Force. Or do I? Liam's just got out of the bath. Liam, we're here every night, 8 o'clock. Watch in the bath if you have to. We're playing Ground Force Bingo. It's a big night. Right, did you hear that? Yes, heard Adam. Right, great. Right, let's get into it. Welcome, everyone. For legal reasons, I'm going to sing over this bit. Welcome to Ground Force Bingo. It's Ground Force Bingo. It's Ground Force Bingo. Tommy and Willie and Tommy again and Alan teach Marsh on Ground Force Bingo. Boom, boom.
Down here, it's the corner house. Park round there on the side of the wall. Okay. Right. Hello. Church down.
Remember when, remember when Sean told us that Titchmarsh gets there before everyone in a private car? Probably that Rover in the background there. He's always there beforehand, isn't he? Unless he comes with Walshy and Dimmock and they park around the corner. Where are they anyway? Did it say where they were? Churchdown, wasn't it? That's going to come in very useful for later on. Where was it? Did it say? Did it say where it was? Oh, there we go. Churchdown, Gloucester. Someone remember that one? Churchdown, Gloucester. On tonight's show. Let's have a look.
Down here, it's the corner house. Park round there on the side of the wall. Okay. Right. Hello. Churchdown in Gloucestershire.
I just said that. Titchmarsh, so thanks.
And little bits of blue, but heavy rain forecast for later. Anyway, here it is, number 14. Oh, anticipation is everything. Good morning.
Good morning.
You Mr. Kate.
Yes.
Colin.
Colin, yes, good morning.
The
Alan.
grandparent.
Indeed.
Can I come with a butcher's?
Yes, but we'll have to go round this way.
Oh,
It's at the back.
tradesman, is
It
it?
is indeed.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. What are they hiding? In the house. Can't go in the house. You're not coming in the house. I won't want it with them rebels. Like changing rooms already been there.
Very much. Seen the boots. That's your granddaughter we're doing it for, right?
It is, yes.
Now, I'm told from this, or I saw in this video, it doesn't look that big.
It's very small.
Can someone remind me at the end of the show to have a look on eBay and see if we can get a ground force jacket? I've just seen Charlie Dimmock's got one. I want one. All right? I don't care. Actually, I do care how much it costs. I want one. Can someone remind me at the end of the show? We'll have time. Don't worry.
It looks,
Very, very
to
small.
me, smaller than it looked on that video. Oh my goodness me.
Could this be the smallest garden we've ever seen? It's like almost a new build garden. Actually, this is pretty handy. Remember we did that new buildish sort of get up. Oh, it's raining outside. That new build garden design. Spit it out, Lee. What's up with you tonight? That garden design thing. There's a shed. That'd be our ultimate shed in the corner. What are they going to do with such a small space?
If there was a pocket hanky, this is it. Tell me a little bit more about who we're doing it for.
We're doing it for our granddaughter, Linda. She works in Gloucester, and then in the evening she works locally in a pub.
There we go. This is what I thought. So what we've got is a Yorkstone terrace outside the house, leading to a Yorkstone path, a circle of cobbles in the centre. The path continues down to this arbour, which is this sort of intricate wrought iron affair, quite pretty. The shed I want to move from that corner, turn around and put over there.
Oh, the shed staying. That is a surprise. I can't wait to see what I do with that. Get ready, guys. I've got awful painting wrote down on my list. Ready for bingo.
With a fence panel alongside it, so the end of the garden is foreshortened and you don't actually see it. There are then conifers here standing up like that, 4 of them, quite tight growing conifers. At the centre, as you can see, there's a little fountain there, which is...
Boom. Who put water feature? Who put water feature? Mark's already getting ready for a turf shuffle. Shuffle. Who's put water feature down? Loads of you. I've got water feature. Boom. We're gonna get Dibbers next week. We've got who else got water feature? Hasn't it? Oh, Ian's got water no, he has. Has anyone else got water feature? No. No one yet. And no one said anyone's name yet, have they? So, Richard, you've got no chance. But you know at some point, Dimmock's going to go, Alan, check your watch. Let's get back into it. It's a very grand garden for such a small space, right? This is something I'd expect from like Hampton Court. It's going into a garden, what, 3 meters wide by 5-6 meters long? It's not a massive garden. It's very grandeur. Where are people going to sit? He'll explain. He'll explain all. I know Alan's got it under control. Don't worry.
It's going to squirt water upwards in a very gentle and relaxing jet. And then down here in this corner, a focal point, a little topiary peacock.
Looks lovely.
Where are we going to get the garden extension from then?
Yeah, well...
Very good question, Dimmock. Very good question. Alan's messed up here, isn't he? He's messed up. He even said it as he walked through the gate. He was like, "Oh, it's a lot smaller than the video." Well, you design a garden on a video.
if you look at it like that, then you get a fair idea of how short it is, you see. That's all you've got to do to transfer that to that.
It's a little bit of let's try and just keep the YouTube people in. Oh, let's play the music. Sorry, YouTube. If you watch on YouTube, go and watch it on Facebook.
Right, we'll move this now, okay?
I don't need 4 of us, 1 on each corner, we can lift it over.
No, the 2 of us will handle it easy.
This is going to go wrong, isn't it? Is this going to be like a Faulty Towers shed collapse thing? Oh, we have to get rid of the shed now. Sorry, guys.
I'll go first. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And...
Ridiculous story. I don't know why I need to tell you this. My dad has a shed. This was, I can't remember when he did this. This is maybe last start of this year. He's got a shed. This, not this size. This is a small, tiny little shed. His shed is about, I work in meters, not foot, about 4 meters long by about 1.5 meters wide, right? He moved it on his own, somehow, from one side of the garden to the other. Obviously, he asked me, this is how I'm like, what? Because he asked me to come and put it back. It's not because he got bored of where he put it. It's a long story. We ain't got time tonight. We're watching Ground Force.
There we go. Now your turn.
Which way am I going? Over there?
Yes, we'll just walk it over a bit.
All right, go on then. Oh, we've got flags underneath it. How thin are you?
Well, obviously not thin enough. But we can get it over really tight in a minute because there's a bit of concrete sticking up. But what we'll do for a floor now, it's got a wooden floor inside. If we put some bricks down and some timber bearers across.
Ah, native bearers.
That's it. And we can pop it up in the air on top. It'll allow an airflow underneath it, so it's less likely to rot.
So are they put? I don't understand. Are they putting a base underneath it or not? It's not that I'm questioning them, and I also think, where's the positivity bell? It's right there. It's not that I'm questioning Alan Titchmarsh and Tommy Walsh, because hopefully we'll get them on the show at one point, and I don't want them to watch this and think, what? It's just in last week's show they did put a children's playhouse down on just soil. So I'm sorry that I'm questioning their base skills.
If I were allowed to pass one law, if I became Prime Minister, heaven forbid, come and look at this. Because the law I would pass is a law which stopped builders putting 2 inches of topsoil over that.
This is actually a really serious point, right? Which I'm really surprised that we haven't even really talked about on this show that much. But we probably will bring it up after seeing this. Mark says, "Is the positivity bell? Is that new?" Yeah, it is a new positivity bell. It's not really been brought up enough on this show, but literally everyone that I know that has a new build, they're all like that. They all have a build and burial site underneath of bricks, rubbish, and then just a layer of topsoil, grass. That's it, done. Very bizarre practice that it's just almost accepted, right? I don't get that. We'll talk about it another time, but I just think if anyone here has got a new build and has experienced this, every person that I come to is like, yeah, the soil underneath is awful. I've known people to actually, in a new build, excavate. They've got some money. This is not a very cheap way of doing it. Excavate the whole garden and refill it with new. I mean, I don't know how much that will cost, but it's not a cheap thing to do if you just move into a brand new house. It's not really what you expect to have to do. With a whole all new soil. And it's all just bricks and just wrappers. It's just, it's great just for some grass. Grass, to be fair, it doesn't need a lot put on. It doesn't need a lot of soil. It need a lot of soil to grow. I actually know this because I haven't got a new build, but there used to be, it wasn't me actually, it was the person that owned this house beforehand. They've got one patio and then another patio, totally different slabs. I was like, I'm not having that. It looks absolutely awful. So I lifted it, and underneath was a massive hole, there was used to be a pond there. And I was like, all right, that's not great. But then I had a rubbish old wall. So I filled that pond full of the bricks from there. I put a bit of sand over it. I had some sand. And then I put a layer of topsoil over it. Then put some grass, and the grass grew brilliantly. Obviously, if I want to put anything serious, like a tree or anything in that spot now, that's not going to happen. But there you go. What's it said? I have lots of rubbish in my garden. It's the same in my gardening. Yeah. So basically, I've got my own little mini new build garden. So yeah, grass will grow on it, sure, but it's not a landfill. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's accepted on new builds. We're gonna have to talk about it at another point, but not good. Let's see how Alan's gonna deal with it.
Plants will not grow in that.
Fact. Not only my words, but the words of Alan Titchmarsh. Very thirsty tonight.
Let's interview a builder and find out what he thinks.
Oh, they're going to interview Tommy Walsh, aren't they? Let's get Tommy's thoughts on it. Oh, wait, a builder, is he? This Deccan man.
Tommy, a word?
I smell trouble here.
Also, can we just remember, this was 20 years ago. This happened 20 years. It's still happening now. Where's the positivity bell? Right, let's see what Tommy says.
I never built this house or this garden.
Yes.
So do you want me to be responsible for every problem coming in the garden?
Buck, really, isn't it? You're a member of the race.
Yes, that's very true.
Well, try and persuade the rest of them, will you? Because you don't have to make it
hopefully they're all watching. Mr. T doesn't want any more of this, please. So all you builders out there, take on board what he says.
Mr. T doesn't want any of this. All right? None of this, mate. And yet, 20 years later, I think what all the builders said to him was, Alan who?
Yo, whoa! What's going on? Welcome to the advert, and thanks so much for watching the show tonight. Without you guys, we couldn't put together the best bits of the Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. I really do appreciate you spending your time calling in and taking part in the comments. Make sure you continue commenting throughout the advert. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me what you want me to chat about. Because without you, we couldn't create the Best Bits podcast, which you can listen to if you type into your podcast catcher. It's like a podcast catcher is like a podcast that's like flying by, and you sort of have to grab it and then listen to it. It's a Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. We put Best Bits out 4 days a week. That's content for you to listen to 4 days a week. So if you miss a show, then don't worry about it. Go listen to the best bits, because there is some best bits. I know, it is surprising, right? I know, right? So thank you very much for listening and watching tonight. Supporting the podcast this year in 2020 is the fantastic Flymo. And I just want to say thank you very much for them for sponsoring the podcast. Just because it's a new year next year doesn't mean I won't be doing stuff with them. Remember, they are my nan's favourite gardening brand, so I can't leave them that easily. But it does mean that we've got no sponsor on the show. So if you want to sponsor the show, then you can. Or you can help support by getting some of these amazing gardening products like this. The How to Get Kids Gardening book by me, the Skinny Jean Gardener. I'm really proud of this, as you well know. I do talk about it a lot. All my ideas packed into one book. Remembering we've got Christmas coming up, it's such a great one. For instance, you can create, here we go, a bird feeder. There's Olive, me and Olive, creating a bird feeder. Really simple, cheap ideas. Over 30 packed packed into this book. So if you're thinking about getting a Christmas gift for the grandkids, for the kids, for mum and dad, to get gardening next year, God knows we're going to need more gardening in 2021. Then this is the book. I mean, there was other books, but this is the book. This is the book for you. Go check it out right now. It's on amazon.co.uk. I'm sure Lee will whack a link in the comments right now. So go check that out. Also, if you want to get gardening in 2021, then you need to join Garden Club. Here it is, Garden Club. There's so much involved. You've got the weekend exclusive Weekend Breakfast podcast, which you can listen to every Saturday morning, and it will just give incredible value, incredible content to listen to, plus so much more, including Ask Skinny Jean Gardener, which is an instant access to moi. That's right, you got a question? Instantly access me. So much more that we will unpack later on in the advert. Go check it out. Again, link is in the comments. It's £3.30 a month. You can't go wrong with that. So, there we go. There's the adverts. More coming up. Thanks for your support, and I'll speak to you very soon. We've got a couple of seconds of the adverts. I just... Let's get on with the show.
For some reason, Sean James has just rocked and gone bingo. What? You can't rock in half hour into the show. I mean, I suppose he could technically win. We've still got an hour and a half left of this. He could technically win if he puts in his 5. I'll give him 2. Not 2 minutes. That's too much. 1 minute. If he wants to play Ground Force Bingo, there's still time, right? To put in your bingo words. I need 5 ground force-isms, right? Ground force-isms tonight. If you want to play, we've already had water feature. You can't have that now. I don't think anyone else has had anything yet. Oh, hang on. Richard did get Tommy a minute ago, didn't he? Because Alan did say Tommy to get him to come and look at that. Just to look at that dreadful. That was 20 years ago this happened. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. If you want to call in at any point, 0742 357 4520 for tonight's Ground Force Bingo. Nothing's changed, is it, since then? Great point. It's not a landfill site around your new home. It's well, actually, some of the homes around my area have actually been built on landfill, but I don't know the technicalities of that. I'm not a builder. Not a builder. But I'm sure there's a big subject we can definitely talk about in the new year, no doubt. In the new year. Right. Should we crack on? Let's. I know what you're thinking. I hear you. I hear Mark saying there's going to be a turf shuffle in a minute. A soil shuffle. There's a lot of... I don't know if they are, to be honest with you, Mark, but let's see what goes on, mate.
Well, that's rather nice.
This is my favourite. This is second-hand York stone.
York stone, my favourite too.
Yeah.
God,
New or second-hand.
Where'd this come from then?
York.
Well, this has got a particular history. Some of this stone here actually came from the Admiralty Arches in Pall Mall.
You don't mean that you're actually by appointment?
Well, a rise...
Circumference.
They do have a laugh, don't they, eh? Liam's just come in, right? He said plants. He's going in with Alan now. This makes it very complicated, this bingo thing. Maybe keep your own bingo points yourself. Patio and soil. Let's continue.
Painting the fence by way of the change.
Please be an awful colour. Please be an awful colour.
In Old English green, which is a lovely colour because it just makes the fence melt away.
I'm not a massive fan, as you heard last time on this, of green fences. Even though I've got my own green fence. That's not really an English green, is that? It's more of an olive green, isn't it? We'll allow it.
What you have to be really careful of is you don't put too much paint on the brush because otherwise it goes down the slats and goes over next doors. But so far it seems to be all right.
Unless you don't like next doors and then go for it.
Now what we have to do here, because this is a new house and there's no gully, we have to excavate the ground so the water will run off the paving into the garden. It's very important. Also, the damp courses here, so we must make sure that's not breached. And it has ventilation for the suspended concrete floor here. So,
hold on, can I just ask, does anyone know what's going on? Why is Tommy telling us this? What's he putting down a path, isn't he? What's he worried about going over the damp course for? It's about a foot high. He just wanted to be, what's his name? What's his name? Benson? No, I don't know what his name is. The guy from Big Brother. I can't remember what his name is now.
the paving must come below there.
Oh, my arbour's here. Hello.
Morning.
Oh, very nice. Lovely.
Bit of weight.
Crumbs, it's tough folk round here. I don't think it'll blow over.
It's all good solid stuff. It's galvanised, solid material, acid etched primer, which really eats into it well, and then undercoat and top coat. So really, you should have it for forever.
Is this like one of them man in the vans that come around? Oh, but you want? I hate to be like that, obviously. You want anything about the van? Just got this new arbour. So he's really selling it, isn't he? People going in on this colour. Mark says that's an awful colour green, isn't it? It's like an olivey green, but not an olivey green. It's not your standard green, is it? I think I'm taking that. Colour is really bad. Dodgy green. I'm having that as my bingo, mate. Did say painted colour. Awful painted. I'm having that. I think that makes me winning, but you might say different.
Tom is starting to lay the circle of bricks that'll contain the water feature.
We had the Red Baron up there, but if you want to make a circle, what you have to do is put a peg in the centre, cut your radius to size, drill a little hole and screw it in, and then you can spin this around and make sure that the circle is even.
Oh my God, that's such a good tip. So he's got a stick. He's got a stick. He's got a bit of wood in the centre. He's put a bit of batten on top with like a loose screw so it can spin. And then you're just going to go round very slowly, just placing these bricks in so he gets a nice circle. What a great idea. Tommy, you should do this as a job. I still think this garden is a little bit OTT for this size garden, right? Am I the only one to think that? Oh, and that green. Oh.
Well, in
It's lovely green.
theory, anyway.
Here is the weather forecast for Gloucestershire and surrounding environs.
Are you supposed to paint in the rain? It's absolutely hammering it down. And Alan's like, let's get this green, awful green colour up. Just get it up. I don't care. Just make it happen. It's such a bad green. I'm no painting expert, right? I'm pretty sure you're not meant to paint in the rain, especially a downpour. Run marks, a little bit.
This afternoon.
Oh my crikey, he did it. He did it. He just checks his watch, guys. He just checked his watch. I'm gonna absolutely I promise you, I've not seen this. I promise you. Ian just got it as well. Boom. And he got a fence as well earlier. Oh, I'm gonna give Richard border because technically they were talking about a border. I can't believe he just got that. Liam gets patio. And Sawyer, what you can have that one? Oh my god, he checked his watch. Anyone joining halfway through this will be like, what is it? Why is he getting so excited about this?
5 to 2. There will be very heavy rain. Correct? Tomorrow, it will be showery. So whichever way you look at it, we're going to get very wet.
What's I could say? Not be funny, but every time I try to paint a fence that's already in bad condition, it never turns out well. No, I don't think. Well, one of the fences is in no. I mean, the fence has been pretty bad because considering it's a brand new house, it's not in great condition anyway. The green's not going to do it too bad, but it's still not going to look fantastic, is it? I mean,
See this ivy?
Yes.
Put it up in there
Oh, okay.
and turn it into a peacock.
Perhaps not me.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, how?
I've had this in my potting shed for 2 years, and I knew that one day I should have an opportunity to use it.
no way. You wouldn't. Why would you have a peacock-shaped structure for 2 years? No. How is she going to do this? And also, I thought it was meant to be a topiary peacock. It's now an ivy peacock. Budget's in it. Budget cut.
It's a topiary frame for a peacock. Look at that.
Keyword. Topiary. Someone might say now that ivy is technically topiary. It's not really at all. It's not what you think, right? Am I on my own here?
Right. We end up looking like a chicken.
Nothing like a peacock. I'll tell you that kind of thing. It's a peacock.
It's not. To be honest, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Right, now enough cut for here, Willie.
What size is it, Tommy?
I don't know, thrice a brick and I'll tell you. There it goes there.
I feel like a very wet monk.
I prefer a hot bath myself, don't you? Oh, just turn around. Fisherman's friend, isn't it?
I'll have you know, I'm the second sexiest man on television after George Clooney.
Probably fact around them days. Consider. Whose age is better though? That's the question, isn't it? It's the that's the question. He's still painting. He's still painting. Thanks, Rich, by the way.
Mine's the gap.
The gazebo is being walked in, everyone. Can only mean one thing. we're about to build something that we probably shouldn't be doing in the rain.
Alan, you're not going to go through the fence, though.
It's like some religious ceremony. Right. Okay.
You just tack it up.
You take on unknowns. Train them up. What do you get?
Lit!
Oh dear. Oh, I don't know what's happening now. Right, so ironically, we've got a gazebo over the top of the water feature. Probably because them bricks need to dry off. That you shouldn't really lay bricks in the rain either. Now we're getting a blue tarpaulin put over the shed. What's going on?
I need a bit more like this thing.
Over to your corner.
This, oh my God, what is going on tonight? This reminds me, team, of when we weren't in lockdown. This reminds me of me and my brother trying to go camping in one of the biggest storms ever, in which we decided we're too cool for a tent. I've got a tent. I've got a family tent. Too cool for that. So cool. We'll just take a couple of pop-ups. A gazebo. Be lovely. Wouldn't it? Be lovely. We didn't take the sides of the gazebo. Put the gazebo up. It almost took off. We had that strap down. Had to strap the gazebo to the car because it was literally going to take off. And then all we had was our little pop-up tents. So I ended up getting a ground sheet, putting it round the side, and we sat in the corner of a gazebo. Very, very cold. It was, what month was it? It was probably September, October time. Reminds me of what is going on right now, which, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. Apart from we've got a blue tarpaulin over not just the back of the garden, team, but from the back of the garden over the gazebo that's been put in the middle of the garden and then tucked somehow into the guttering of the house. I don't think is a permanent structure. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this done before. I'm very excited to see how it goes. Where'd you get a tarpaulin that big?
Have you got enough, Charlie?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just get this on here.
Come on over here.
They've weighed it down. They've weighed it down with water bottles on either side of the fence. It's genius. It's like something from Tom Hanks in that film, the film where he's on the island. What is going on? They've only got 2 days and they're messing around with this.
Right, what I'm doing here
It's worth a treat, though. That's an absolute treat.
is digging the reservoir for the water feature.
Charlie's got a water feature. She's digging it out, if you know what it's about. Oh, Charlie's got a water feature. Got to record that at some point.
Because Alan doesn't want to see any water, we've got to put a grid across and suspend the fountain on the grid. And the fountain's going to be quite high when it's working. So we've got to run the liner all the way across the circle and under the pebbles so that all the water gets back into the reservoir.
Bend your knees when you're picking up heavy paving sleds.
And don't forget, so that future deluges drain off into the garden, lay paving with a slight fall away from the house.
We're all learning. We'll all learn something tonight, aren't we? I would have never thought about it.
On the liner, a bed of mortar for our cobble surround. This will drain back into the sump under the fountain. And no, we didn't pinch these stones off a beach. They all come from gravel pits and would be crushed for roadstone if we didn't have them for the garden.
Oh, you've totally saved the world with that, Titchmarsh. What's the positivity, pal? They'd have a bit of stone, don't they? I'm not. Well, I suppose it's a water feature. You're not going to stand on this, are you? But it's quite a big water feature for such a small garden. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Painstakingly slow as well, putting these stones in. Such a big. No wonder Tommy didn't want any part of this. It would literally take me 2 days just to put all them stones in. Honestly. He says use the tent once in the back garden. After that, use fans with all cushions of settees to request a 34-foot motorhome. I might borrow your motorhome next time. I might borrow that. Liam got Alan. Well done. I'm glad someone paying attention. If I miss your bingo words, can you just shout out? Stones are very Spanish. You think? You think stones are Spanish, Ian? Oh, I mean, I'm not the origins of stones, but you think that's a very Spanish thing? Yeah, maybe. I can't remember. I've not been to Spain for ages. So.
You know, if you really want a pleasurable pastime in your garden to make a surface that's interesting and actually relatively cheap to construct,
No thanks.
go for cobbles in cement like this. It's not the most comfortable surface to walk on, but for what you might call sort of paving highlights, it's really a lovely finish.
I'll tell you what, guys. Soon you won't need me anymore.
Yes, we will, because you taught us all we know about stones.
No, it looks good. Wonderful.
Well, Kate and Colin, if you could arrange a little bit more better weather in the morning.
Fine.
We'll give it a try. Say our prayers tonight.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Alan.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Tommy.
Do you think they forgot to paint the gate? Yeah, Alan's just shut the gate. It's the only bit of the inside he's not painted. Don't worry about that. Won't show that bit on the telly. I cannot believe that tarpaulin lasted the night as well. Would you leave that tarpaulin up overnight? Are you serious? No way.
Gosh, this is carnage. It's 25 to 10 in the morning. When she...
It's 25 to 10. It's a beautiful day, but 25 to 10? Well, whoever said pub didn't get that tonight, but thinking that a 25 to 10 start proves there might have been.
comes back at 5 o'clock this afternoon. This has got to be a garden rather than the Somme, a recreation. Passes a fork.
Once I get through the 3 inches of hogging, the soil's quite nice.
Who said soil? Put it on your bingo card. Is that Alan with a disc cutter or Tommy? It's got to be Tommy, isn't it? That's a serious bit of kit, that, isn't it? Flipping heck. Guessing that shot was set up. Why would they do that? Dimmock pulled a lump of metal out of the soil, threw it over the fence, almost hit, and it literally almost hit him on, even though it was set up, almost hit him smack bang on the head.
If you want in your garden somebody of tall sort of pencil shapes, but you don't want, you're terrified of leyland and all of the conifers, this one is great. It's a thuja, and it's called smaragd, Scandinavian, evidently. I've had it growing in my garden now for a good 15 years. It is now about half as much again tall as this, but it stays slender, it's glossy, it's deliciously scented when you sniff it. So it really is a conifer you can plant without worrying it's going to take over your garden.
So it doesn't smell like cat's wee then?
I would guarantee that someday we'll cut your poetry and turn it into dust.
Do conifers sometimes smell of cat wee? If cat wee's then I suppose it does. It's a riddle, isn't it? Do conifers smell of what? Cat wee? In the way that you do it to you see I'm going in, taking myself down advert.
Yo, focus. Second advert of tonight. Thanks so much for sticking with us, and what a great show, right? And just in case it's not great, and what a show. It's it's usually better than this. So just covering all steps there. One more. Oh, and sorry about what he just said, but welcome to the show. This is the second advert of the night, and hey, if you're a brand that wants to get involved in this show, it's really simple. Get in touch, lee@skinnyjeangardener.co.uk. It's not a lot of dosh, mate. Not a lot of dosh, and provides so much value to your followers because it means that this show can go on your platform as well, opening up such a wide range of conversation to your followers, providing value every single, well, not every single day, but at least 4 days a week, which is pretty good value, let me tell you that. And hey, don't worry, you too can support the show by becoming a member of GDN Garden Club. I mentioned it in the first advert, and I just want to go into it in a little bit more detail in this advert because I know loads of you are asking about it. It's £3.30 a month. What could you buy with £3.30 a month? Like a cheap coffee, probably, a Big Mac meal. Not a lot that will provide you this amount of value. I'm really proud of this, exactly the same as the book, but this is so great for 2021 if you want to get gardening, whether you're with the kids, whether you're on your own. It's absolutely perfect. For instance, the Weekend Breakfast podcast to begin with is so awesome. It comes out every Saturday morning. The first one was with Jimmy Doherty. We have exclusive interviews that you won't hear on this show. Sorry guys, GDN Club only. The Weekend Breakfast podcast, exclusive podcast just to club members. We also have Make to Create videos, which gives you ideas of what you can create out in the garden, and just gives you a little simple how-to, again, not seen anywhere else on the YouTube. We've got the community hub, which is really awesome because it means the whole of the group members can come to one place and share their ideas, come together, community members, and chat with Lee. We all get there, chat about what we're up to, and share ideas because it's all about sharing ideas, very much like this show. We also have the Ask Skinny Jean Gardener part of the app, which means you can instantly access me. It will come through to my phone, your question, and I can get back to you instantly. We have the How to Get Kids Gardening digital book and audio book as well. And finally, for schools, we have a schools part right there, which is free for school. So if you're a teacher, it does mean that you get instant access for absolutely free. You just have to email me from a school email and we'll make that happen. Oh, and also we've got news at the bottom. So there's some fresh news every single week telling you what's going on. I'd love for you to be part of it. £3.30 a month is like nothing. It's so much value in there. Go check it out. The link is in the comments right now. For now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. A little bit cold now, so I thought I'd put a jacket on. Beddoes, what is you saying? What are we banned from saying tomorrow? Or as you say, Tamara. And Richard says we're not allowed to say anything positive. You're not banned from saying anything. I wouldn't want to stop you from saying a single thing, Mr. Beddoes. This is our show, and this is our show. We'll do what we want with it. Flymo crew just visitors. If they turn up, I don't know. They're just visitors on tomorrow's show. We are the crew, so you never stopped from doing anything, Mr. Beddoes. Apart from showing that bubble machine, that is 100% a no. Do not bring that on the show. Do not bring that on the show. So, day two of the build. The sun is out. Tommy's getting his... Oh, here we go. Hello, caller. Hello? Oh, the reason I can't hear. Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear because I had you turned down.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hello,
Not my fault.
Hello,
for a change.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, how you doing, mate?
I'm fine. I just wanted to get my entry in for the 12 Days of Christmas show.
This is it starts tomorrow.
It's tomorrow or tomorrow.
For you, tomorrow.
That's the way to say it.
No, we're not having this.
Excellent. We'll teach you one day, you know.
Yeah, but like I have something in the back of my head that if someone is trying to make me do something, I will automatically do the opposite.
Yeah, same here.
I can't help it, mate. I can't help it. Tomorrow.
Always has been.
Tomorrow, Ian, and you're not limited from saying anything. You can say whatever you want, apart from showing that bubble machine again.
Right, I'll find one of the other ones then.
Please say they're a little bit nicer. But yeah, have you won bingo yet?
I don't know, have I?
Right, what have you put down on your list? Hang on. You've got water feature, check.
Yeah.
You checked the watch.
Water features. He checked the watch.
He checked it. No decking. So I'm guessing you're gonna.
Oh.
And
what
no
about a feature wall and a feature seat?
Well,
the others?
I can't see a seat. I've got a fence down here for you.
Yeah.
Say fence.
I've sort of normally put a bit of paint on, don't they?
I've ticked that off because they've painted an awful colour of fencing. So
yeah.
So you've got two more. I don't think you're going to win tonight, Ian, because there's no decking. It's unbelievably.
Oh, jokes.
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable, isn't it? You'd have thought 100%. But next time, mate. Next week for sure.
Right.
But yeah, call in tomorrow, mate, to enter.
Will do. See you later.
See you later, dude. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you want to call in for the big prize, it's getting a little bit smaller at the moment. I'm not sure. I tried level with you. I don't know whether we're going to have Flymo with us tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not going to say why. Maybe they're too scared. But never limit you from saying anything. You are the core crew. They're just visitors. Right. Should we get on with ground force? Let's. Tommy is why is his name? Because I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to tell you why. They might come tomorrow. So let's see what happens. If they don't come, then I'll tell you why. Right. But if they don't turn up, then it just means there's more opportunity for you guys to win the prize. Slightly smaller prize, but still pretty big if you really think about it. It's either going to be an £1,000 prize or a £350 prize. Let's continue with ground force bingo. Tommy's whacking down not a Deccan for once, but pretty hefty slabs. Pretty hefty slabs, right? The sun's out. The water feature's ready. It's quite a big water feature. I mean, even Titchmarsh said it's not great to walk over. I'm guessing these ain't got kids because it's very adult garden. Ian could there's still a chance that Ian could win tonight with oh no, there's no chance, there's no Deccan, but he could get seating. There's got to be a seating in this garden, right? Let's get into it. Let's see what happens.
Yes, we do. Lovely shrub, this Amelanchier, the snowy Mespilus. Beautiful.
Great name. Great name.
Airy spring blossom. Foliage, when it comes out, as you can see, is sort of flushed with russety red. And then it's green in summer, and come the autumn, wonderful autumn tints, scarlet, fiery oranges, before the leaves fall. So sort of, it works to earn its keep all year round. One plinth.
One pedestal. Just about there, and don't touch anything, will you?
Try and get that central.
It's going to be a hell of a water feature, this, isn't it? It's very grandeur. Also, right, I don't want to be, I'm not being funny. He only put them cobbles down yesterday, and Titchmarsh was leaning on them, so they must be set pretty well. They come back another day. They said, let's leave it this week. Surely. They didn't set that quick. Surely.
Without moving the bricks or the...
Well, I'm going to have to put this down somewhere.
20. Oh! 22. 1 inch that way. In other words, you're going to miss all those beautifully.
Walsh is loving this. He's in his element, isn't he? Leave me to it. Leave me to it. Better says Quick John Smith. All right. Hang on. What's that? Need a VAR. We've got a call here from Mr. Suggett who says, I just heard, oh dear. Right, rewind. Someone rewind the tapes. Here we go.
Out there, and don't touch anything, will you?
Try and get that central without moving the bricks or the...
Well, I'm going to have to put this down somewhere.
20. Oh! 22. 1 inch that way. In other words, you're going to miss all those beautifully.
Didn't hear it, Suggs. I did not hear it.
Got that?
Almost. Right, go on. Got it.
Sure.
Yep. All we need to do is connect the pump to the fountain with this tube.
I thought it was a bit funny. He tried him. It's got a cup. It looked like a cup of tea, but it wasn't. She's using it. I hope it's her cup. What's she using it for? Put water in.
Oh, look at that.
I've lost all sensation in my right leg.
Yeah! Standing it up. That
What do you
kicking
think,
the
Ian?
hills would be nice.
Well, I'm just walking it back.
There's a lot of attention on this water feature today.
There we are. The idea behind this is that we have a little tiny fountain.
Rewind. Just forget that. Forget what I said about Suggs. He just said he only needs oh dear. He didn't hear an oh dear. He's waiting for the oh dear. Which means, out of everyone, Suggs could win the first ground force bingo. Oh dear.
which just plays up here, falls into this. I'm normally not allowed to tell you about water features, but my idea, so why shouldn't I? Little fountain up into here, falls into this, dribbles off down there, back in the hole, all that covered in cobbles. Don't see the water underneath, just a gentle playing. Yeah, what next up?
What goes on? They never painted the shed. Why didn't they paint the shed?
Time to assemble the cast iron arbour and then dress it with plants.
It's such a big arbour for small. I might be wrong, but it seems big. They know what they're doing. They've got this under control.
Coming through with another suckle. When she sits in her arbour, if the wind doesn't take it away, she'll get the fragrance of the honeysuckle.
I do love an arbour, right? And earlier on, when I saw old matey whipping that arbour off the back of the van, I thought, crikey, it's hefty. He was selling it, weren't he? He was selling it. He's selling his wares. He's got it's got double coated, quadruple steel, metal welded arbour. The thing is, right? I do notice. I know that's probably a quite expensive one. Yeah, I used to have I wouldn't call it an arbour. What they call it, just an arch. But you know the ones you get, the cheap ones you get for about a tenner. Really, they look good. No, they don't actually. Do they? Compared to this one, they look alright. But when things start growing up them, like I had a load of, you've guessed it, clematis growing up it looked increds. And then the tiniest bit of wind just blew it over. In fact, I was talking to my mate the other day who has just got one of them. I said, you probably want to support it with metal because a little bit of rust gets into it, it weakens it, it just bends in half. Just the tiniest bit of wind. So as much as I say it's a big boy. It's a big arbour. At least it's strong. Definitely not going to go anywhere, is it? Come on.
Get that right over that window. That's gorgeous.
Honeysuckle going next to it.
Berberis. Beautiful. Very spiky, and these lovely orange flowers means that it's a great informal hedge, because if you want next door's dog coming through, yeah, okay.
You what? Stop. That's a bit out of. You can't say that about. You can't say that, Titchmarsh. Stopping dogs coming through. We're stopping dogs coming through with spiky edges. He's more of a cat man.
Densely planted for instant effect. Of course, there are those who say, I don't believe in instant gardens, they should develop over 10 years. Yeah, this will develop over 10 years, but you get kind of kick-start to it, don't you? This box is lovely. This is the dwarf.
I hear him. Like, to be fair, with these instant gardens, sometimes I even lay into him, yeah? And say, these... I mean, the biggest thing with these shows is, yeah, they do fill out the gardens. It's a TV show, of course they're going to. They need to make it look something. That said, I've talked a lot about Instant Gardener, who doesn't do that. You can always, surely, you can always just take out some plants as they get bigger, right? Give them to a neighbour. As long as the people that end up with a garden know that is what's going to happen. But I'm not going to do his accent. I can't do that in Titchmarsh. Just to let you know, in a year's time, probably have to take a few plants out. It's going to get pretty busy. Going to be pretty backed out. It's going to look a mess. Do you reckon they do that? Do you reckon there's an aftercare team?
Off-box.
Those are the sort of questions we'll be asking Charlie Dimmock and Tommy Walsh when they ever come on. Still don't know if it's a real Charlie Dimmock following me.
And you can clip it to keep it about a foot high, just below your knee, and about a foot wide, so it makes a green curb.
I love this stuff. I got a load of it to put around Olive's trampoline. Like some of it's kind of a bit yellow, and I know I've got to get rid of it, but I'm just thinking, you'll bounce back, mate. You'll bounce back. It'll be okay. Don't worry, mate. You'll be all right. He's not going to bounce back. He's not. The rest are looking great. There's 10 of them. 2 of them not loving life. They're going to have to go.
If you can never remember when to clip it, Derby Day. May. That's a pretty good time to clip it.
What is Derby? Can anyone tell me what Derby Day is? I know one man will be able to tell me. What is Derby Day? Is this something I should know about Derby Day? What is Derby Day? From Essex. I'm guessing the not people. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is box blight, but I'm trying not to say the BB word, to be honest with you, Suggs, because I'm so in denial about it. You'll bounce back, mate. You're from Essex. You can bounce back from this. Just a little bit of box blight. You'll be okay. You can get over this. I'll snip it away. Oh, there's more of it. It's all right. I'll snip it back until you're just a twig. It's when they run the derby. Oh, okay. It's like is it a horse race thing? Is it? Know about horses, I suppose. I don't really know anything about horses. That's no problem.
Dull weather.
May though. Got any box hedging? May's the time. From Essex, you don't know anything about Derby or don't know anything about horses. Then May.
So the cut edges of the leaves don't burn.
More of that green paint. Crikey, they must have had a job lot. It's sort of. I'm sort of getting around used to it now. It's quite nice now, really, once it dries. Where's that bell?
Charlie?
Yeah?
Can I turn the fountain on and see if it works?
Who said Charlie? Right, Rick's already do that. Let's see if this fountain works. Come on in.
Yes.
Ooh!
Oh.
Wait for the exciting bit. When it overflows.
Here it comes.
Is that it?
Yeah, it gets more spectacular when it fills up and dribbles. Like me.
Come on. It's a family show.
Come on, my little beauty. Yes. Coming up the front edge. Yes. Not exactly Geneva, but fine by me.
It's all right. It's not actually a bad water feature. In goes the peacock team. In goes the peacock. Quite low fences in this garden as well. Quite like that. You know, I'm a fan of low fences with friendly neighbours. I know some of you not got friendly neighbours.
You'll enjoy the view. What do you think of it so far? Don't ask. Okay.
Right. Someone tell me what's going on here. So what's happened is they've moved the shed. They've moved the shed round, haven't they? Moved the shed. And then they put a fence. Oh, I thought they were going to put a bit of a gate. So how are you supposed to get to the shed? There's just a fence blocking off the whole of the back of the garden. Are they going to put a gate? I'm guessing they're going to put a gate in the side of the other fence. Is that what they're doing? I sort of want to be able to get to me shed through me garden. Don't know. Beddoes says we sold the house next door, so I had a choice of neighbours. Of course, did. Imagine selling your house next door to you and saying, "I'll be honest with you, I don't think you'll get on with the neighbours." Who are the neighbours? Me. Oh dear.
And it.
I'm going to guess that underneath this arbour, let me get a drink. Underneath this arbour is going to be a Seaton. Bellows. Because it's the arbour to nowhere. This is the arbour to nowhere.
How's it going out here, all right?
Fine, I've
Lovely,
finished my
isn't it?
bit. Are we all right now, Alan?
All right.
You ain't gonna
We go
change,
freshen
not?
up.
Yeah.
Freshen. Oh, I miss those days. Freshen up. Freshen up. No phone call. Has anyone noticed that? 0 phone call. In fact, we don't even know who the grandson and granddaughter are, do we? Have we seen even a video of them tonight? I don't believe we have. They're like the total unknown. Twisting the plot. They haven't got a grandson and granddaughter. It's their house.
Yeah, fine. Okay, see you in a while.
Coming up the straight. It's been a long straight, but we're coming up.
No phone call, no behind the scenes footage is unheard of in this show. Did I write phone call? I think I might have. No, I didn't. I have got obvious camera shot and a load of kids. If it's not on the kids one, then you're probably not going to get loads of kids out of the phone, are you?
Tommy, do we keep these bags?
No.
Dump them. No good to me. That tarpaulin coming right handy, didn't it? Let's be honest. All great builders and gardeners have a tarpaulin on the back.
Charlie,
Yo!
stay there. Catch this.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. In the background of the shot, guys, a load of school kids on bikes watching Charlie Dimmick. Let's not look into that too much. Yes, I've only got one more. I think tonight it's between me and Suggs. 0 shuffling on the turf for Mark. What did Stu say earlier? How much time, Helen? That might have happened. Plants, Charlie. I don't know if Liam's one actually, but he didn't say plants, did he? I know there was always going to be plants. I couldn't just let him have plants. Of course there was going to be plants. Nothing like a last minute gate adjustment. They didn't even feel that skip. You're right though, Suggs. It would not have it would not happen in a TV show now, would it? If Charlie went to Walsh now, Tommy, do we need this? He'd have to turn around and go, yeah, we could actually recycle that, or the people could reuse it if we take it. It's got a hole in the bottom. Yeah, what they will do is they will say they're going to re-sew that up so it can be used at a later date, but actually put it in a bin bag. That could be fake news. I actually don't know if that's the case. Please tell me he is. Titchmarsh is last few minutes. Titchmarsh is painting over that little gate adjustment that Tommy's just done. Good to see he painted the other side of the gate though, so it's all good.
It's getting late in the day.
Frantic or...
Oh my God, there's a phone call. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Very good.
Where are you?
The traffic's pretty bad, so we'll probably get there about 5:15.
5:15.
God, it's a last minute phone call. I can't believe it. We've just smashed bingo tonight, guys. There's such a mess out on the driveway. Such a mess on the driveway, guys. Can't even tell you. If you pulled up, you'd be like, what has been going on here? Is this a joke?
Linda's in a hurry to see how Colin and Kate have got on with the decorating. Little does she know. Okay, righty.
Oh my God, is this a first? Linda is just zoomed up like 40 miles an hour, down to 20. Dimmock, Walsh, and Titchmarsh are still in the back. I don't actually know what they're doing in the back, actually, because everything's sorted. I'm not really sure what's going on. But actions. What's Walsh doing?
Still need to drive, quick.
Right. This is such a set up shot. Can someone just look to see? So you got Alan has been brushing. We're not really sure what Dimmock's doing, but just look at Walsh in the background. He's just poking at a plant. Just watch it. Just watch.
Linda's in a hurry to see how Colin and Kate have got on with the decorating. Little does she know. Okay, righty. Still need to drive, quick.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's just been sorry. Can you just poke around at that plant at the back? He don't care. He doesn't care. Right. After the break, was it Mark and I don't even care anymore. Linda, what will they think of their garden? We're gonna find out after this.
Yo, welcome to the final advert of the show. I just want to say once again, thanks so much for watching. Your support means a lot, and from you guys that are supporting the Garden Club and being part of that amazing community that we've got over there, to you also that have been buying the book. I absolutely love this book. Let's have a flick. Let's see what we can get. The Palette Allotment, absolute awesome one to get kids gardening in 2021. All those things there help support this 4 nights a week, 8 hours of content, and the Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. All of that helps support those things to get me out to schools, hopefully in 2021, and get the school program thing, need to come up with a name for it, going. I'm really excited about that. In the past few weeks, I've really been pushing it, mainly because of you, team, mainly because of you. You've given me the push to really make that happen, and we are really getting somewhere with that. So thank you so much for all your help with that. It's been amazing, and thanks so much for being here. Like I say, I'd love for you guys, if you can, to either share this stream or even just share the YouTube channel or share the Facebook or just share the podcast to someone tonight when you go to bed at 10 o'clock after the show. Just give it a little share so when they wake up in the morning they're like, huh, Skinny Jean Gardener? And let's make this community just a little bit bigger. I can only do it with your guys' support, and I know I ask a lot from you all the time. So thank you firstly so much for everything you already do. I know a lot of you already share the stuff, but just making sure you share a little bit more just makes it a little bit bigger, makes the group a little bit lovelier. We're coming up to Christmas. And those things are really great. The book and the Garden Club, really great to gift. If you fancy getting into gardening, if you fancy your mum and dad or the kids getting into gardening as well, they're a really great one for that. You know, we're in lockdown. We're in lockdown. I know some of us have already been in lockdown for a while, but gardening can definitely be one of those things that can keep us going. Very much like it did back in March. The weather may be a little bit different, but it doesn't mean that we can't get outside. I think that's really important. It's one of those things that I've been trying to say to Olive, like, we need to go outside. We need that for us, our mental health, and just being outside and feeling better. We've watched the whole of the Harry Potters, which is great, don't get me wrong, but being outside means so much more to us as a family, to us and our well-being. It's all about making sure children and us get gardening and continue that even through winter, even through those cold months. So anything to do with getting people outside more is fantastic, and hopefully this show does that for you. So thank you so much to everyone that's sharing this, yeah, that's about it really for the advert. We've got about 38 seconds left of the advert. What should we do? What you could do is comment. Whack a comment in the group here. What do you want me to chat about for the last half hour? And call in 07423 574 520. 10 seconds after the advert. So, little dance to end it. Yeah, or maybe a song. Okay, maybe a little song. Okay, here we go.
Right, welcome back to Ground Force Bingo. We are about to have the big reveal. I've just spent the break having a look to see if I can find the garden. Is there something? Has something happened between now and the year 2000 when this episode went out 20 years ago? Is there a reason I can't find any information about... Actually, there probably is a good reason why we can't find information. Because the internet weren't massively about it in 2000, was it? There's not going to be loads of articles about it. Unless I went to Gloucester and drove around. I mean, I'm not even sure if I find the house on Google tonight. I don't know. Last week we had an absolute corker of a show where we actually got to see the inside the house. And the garden, what it looks like now, about 2 years ago. Incredible. Anyway, back to this show. We're about to see the big reveal. Linda has bolted, shot through the shot, literally the shot. She is pumped to see what her mum and dad has done to their living room. I can't imagine they could do much worse than that red that we saw. But she's going to be shocked when she turns up. In the final 2 minutes of the show, Richard Suggett has got to get an oh dear. I've got to get an obvious look at the camera. She's got to see the camera before we get in to the garden. Ian's out. There's no decking tonight. Mark's out. Stu's out. Liam's out. Which means between me, who would have guessed it, and Suggs.
Decorating. Little does she know. Okay, righty. She's turning it to drive, quick. Ditch the broom, Open the
What just happened there, right? Titchmarsh got the broom and threw it over the fence. The same fence where they're walking by. What? That would not happen. Did someone just throw something over our fence, Mark? Don't worry about it, Linda. Come on, let's go and see what the mum and dad done.
Hello. Hope you like the colour. Is it right or good or bad? We've got another little surprise for you, but you've got to come out here to see the next one, you see.
I can't believe I'm actually doing
You what?
I didn't know you do this, man.
Oh.
Was that a look? Is it just for the... It's just one woman? Is the bloke involved in it? If that bloke behind is involved in it, if he's the husband, there's literally a cameraman sat in the corner of the front room. Surely she saw him. Maybe she didn't.
We've got another little surprise for you, but you've got to come out here.
It's not a secret camera. It's a cameraman crouching in the corner of the room. If that bloke in the cream jacket is part of this and pretends to be shocked, I've won. Hasn't said oh dear yet, so there you go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Sean. Sean says, "Oh, someone just hit me on the head. Whose broom is this?" And Titchmarsh wrote on the side of it. While we're watching the final bits, if you want to do your detective work, we're in Churchdown, Gloucester. Mr. Cameron, I can't find anything. I know, Rich, right? How did she not notice that cameraman?
Here to see the next one, you see.
I can't believe I'm actually doing
You what?
I didn't even do this, man.
Oh. Wait. You haven't seen it yet.
I mean, he's not done that much. Come on, calm down.
Oh my god!
Go on.
Lynn.
I knew you'd do something like this.
Oh, nice to see you.
Look at that cameraman in the background just telling everyone where to go. Get out of my shot, man. Get out of my shot.
That's brilliant.
I think she generally was surprised. I think she generally was. Generally. So there's the garden, guys. Actually a really nice garden. I mean, once that it's not actually planted as heavily as I thought it was going to be. But once that grows out and once that fills out, that is going to look pucker, isn't it? Is this the second week in a row that I've actually said, hold my hands up, say, yeah, decent. Has she said, oh dear? Did she say, oh dear, or did she cry? I don't think she said, oh dear yet, did she? She didn't see the camera, though. That was a bit annoying.
I can't believe I'm actually doing
You what?
I didn't even do this, man.
Oh.
Wait.
You haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god!
Go on.
Lynn.
I knew you'd do something like this.
How did you know? Did we even find out where Linda's been? Very conspicuous. I'm not so sure about this.
Oh, nice to see you.
As a garden, though, thumbs up from Connolly.
Brilliant. I can't believe it. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh, bless.
Thank you so much. It's brilliant.
It's a pleasure.
Am I the only one that finds it really strange watching people hug people? I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Mental, what are you doing? Cuddling? What are you cuddling for? She's happy, though, isn't she?
Yeah, lovely weather.
He's a proper geezer, his dad. That's all right, darling. Don't you worry about it. Just got old Titchmarsh in for you. I'll never let you forget that.
See, Mr. Smashing. But what a difference a day makes.
You see over the fence how much rubbish there is over the fence. They didn't even finish clearing, did they? She would have known. She would have known something was going on. It's well good. Don't get me wrong. Let's just have a little look at the above shot of it from before. Oh, team! I know how she gets to a shed now. There's a path that runs behind it because it's a terraced house, so they have to have access. So she can get to the back shed for that little path at the back. So there is a gate. There was already a gate. Didn't question your Titchmarsh. Never questioned you.
Mr. Smashing. But what a difference.
Stop. Did she say oh dear? Did she say oh dear? Oh man, I've got to rewind it now. Suggs thinks he's won. Oh man, imagine if he won the first game.
It's a pleasure.
right, darling.
What a lovely weather yesterday, Mr. Smash and Jay.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
But what a difference a day makes. Real Yorkstone paving leads to the simple bubbling fountain, a sort of jacuzzi for birds. The planting's full enough, but still has room to fill out in time.
Crikey, they spent 520 quid on plants. I feel like it's the most they've ever spent on plants. I've seen bigger gardens where they've spent less. Last week, I think they only spent 200 quid last week.
Either enthroned under the arbour's arch or on the tiny patio, there's somewhere to sit, even a place for a peacock.
you'd really have to squint to know that's a peacock. Where's the bell? Great peacock.
Glass of champagne will help you calm down with it. I'd go and get the glass.
I'll get the bottle.
Oh, so we watch this every week, and I've never seen anybody disappointed yet.
Who's this guy? Is that Dominic Cummins? He's like, oh, I watch this every week, and I've never seen anyone disappointed yet. Well, fast forward to 20 years, Dominic, and you'll see a man that's not happy with spirits. Although this week I'm pleasantly surprised. Who's that popping their head over the thing as well? Kids. Told you I'd get that.
Is that my shed?
That's your shed.
You go around the other way.
It's definitely your shed.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you noticed? I mean, I know I'm nagging. Look, I mean, this is Tommy Walsh's glass, and this is my glass.
Oh, it's... Oh, dear.
Oh, damn it. Damn. God. Damn. Joking me. Cannot believe that just happened. In the comments tonight, team, Suggett said, oh, she said it earlier. She said, oh dear, earlier. And I was going to say, nah, we'd have to rewind the tapes. She just said it. Couldn't have been clearer then, could it? Oh, man.
I can't believe it. It looks brilliant.
From the ground floor team in Gloucester.
What just happened there? The granddad and the nan standing there. The nan was having a sip and the granddad gave a little peck on the cheek. She did not flinch.
It's goodbye from us. Goodbye. And it's goodbye from them. Cheers.
Well, I've got to say, team, decent garden tonight. Real decent. The classic ground force things going on. There it is. And not a bad idea, to be honest with you, bringing, just like not making the shed part of the garden, just cutting it off. I can't say I agree with painting in the rain, but it's a TV show, so it's got to be done. But a lovely garden. I mean, lovely garden, innit? You got anyone that says it's different is wrong. Congratulations tonight to Richard Suggett. Can't believe he won for winning bingo. Ground force bingo. Because it's ground force bingo, 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 yeah. Bingo, 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 yeah. Let's see what we learned tonight. Tonight, I learned that you can get a decent circle in the garden by doing Tommy Walsh's piece of wood in the ground, screw through so you can turn it. That was a good idea. I did like the cobble thing. I thought it was quite nice, actually. I've never walked. I mean, even Titchmarsh, not great to walk over. That's the only downside to it. That's the only negative. But we don't know about negatives because the barrel's not even working anymore. It's had enough. What else tonight did I enjoy? And the arbor, it was it just really set up nice. I think it's a shame that her new build house could have done with some doors, really, like some double doors that went out into the back garden to actually really get, because her window, for you guys listening on the podcast, her window was a bit high in the front room. And thanks, SJC. And then she just had a little door on the side. So it would have been nice to be able to see the full garden from there. But, you know, just got a pretty decent garden from Titchmarsh, okay? Go buy yourself some double doors. Go buy yourself some French doors. Go buy yourself some, what are they called? The big ones, the big doors that open up wide. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know if that was fashionable 20 years ago. No one was really thinking about it, were they? But there you go. Now comes to the difficult part in the show where we have to go and look to see if we can find the garden from 20 years ago. Last week, thanks to SJC, Sean James, we found it. This week, I've only had a little look, but I've not found anything yet. But he has just sent me something through. So let's... What has he sent me here? Okay, I'll bring you in on it. Can I bring you in it? Let's bring you in. Good episode, you've got to say. They're only 20-minute episodes. I know we make it a whole 2-hour show. But welcome. They're only 28 episodes. Oh, I'd like an hour of that, to be honest with you. Right, Sean James has brought me onto this road. Could be anywhere. I don't... Where are we, Sean? Could be anywhere along here. Skip's still there. Let's have a little look from above to see if we can see it. This is crazy, isn't it? Now, can't we click on that? This does work. Let's see if we can find it. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be in a little coldies. What has happened here? What has happened? Is church down? It's going to be in a little cul-de-sac, isn't it? Oh, it's difficult. It's a difficult one. I think Sean did find it, and now I've just gone and thrown us off the scent. We're on the right road. It's always he doesn't think it's that street. It doesn't help me at all then, Sean, does it? I thought I looked around the whole of Churchdown. Churchdown's not a small place. It was in the bottom of a cul-de-sac, weren't it? What has just happened? Let's guess. I'm going to take a guess that you're here. Imagine if I found it. What absolute jamming up. Oh, I don't know. Again, a little warning. If you do decide to go on a TV program, do be aware that in 20... I think I found it. Is that it? No, that's not it, is it? No, that's not it. Is it? No. Just be aware, in 20 years' time, there could be some, probably cooler, streamer searching for your house. Is that it? No, it's not it. I mean, it's going to be a difficult find, isn't it? But we've got 10 minutes to find it. Dun, dun. Next week, I'm going to... Oh, I don't want to be zoomed in, man. Get me out of here. I do not want to be zoomed in down there. I do not want this. Take your man off. Take your man off. Zoom from the top. Now. Let me check the footage. His house is there. Right. Let's check the footage, team. Is it a cul-de-sac? It's not really, is it? Sean's been searching the names of the neighbours and they aren't online. No. It always seems a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Socket says it would annoy him if someone come along. What? It would annoy you if Charlie Dimmock and Walshy come along and did your garden for you? It really annoy you? Be good, wouldn't it? Be nice, wouldn't it? I do not believe it. I can't tell you that, but there's a road there that I know of. Show yourself in it. Right, I'm having a look, guys. This is. Oh, you're not entertained? Oh, there's some allotments there. Look. Hang on, now this looks a little bit like this could be it. Hang on. Let's come down a little bit. They're not. Now it's. Remember, it's going to be 3 houses in a row. This looks like a little bit better. This is so difficult. Why don't they just why don't they just make it easy for me? I don't know is the answer, team. Let's spend 3 more minutes on this just to see if I can get any clue. I'm just looking in the background of the video because if I can get any clues right in the middle of a housing estate. I don't think I'm going to find it, team. I'm going to let you down again. It's so difficult. Is that it? So desperate to find it. Just to see if we can see what it's like now. I've got a feeling it's going to be around here somewhere. Right, so you imagine if you come down. It's so difficult. It's too. Imagine if you're just bored on the internet and just come and find this right now. Like, what is this stream we're watching? The guy just on Google Maps looking for. I don't think it's over here. These looked very posh. Not that her house didn't look posh. I'm just saying that size difference of houses. These look too new. This part of the estate. This is a very big part of the estate. Churchdown's not an actual. I mean, I was in the right place a minute ago, I think. These are a bit all over the place. I was in the right bit a minute ago. Hang on, guys. Churchdown's not a massive, is it? Look. Oh, damn. Churchdown's over here as well. It's bigger than I thought. Not going to find it. Not going to find it. What was her name? Linda. Linda was her name. That's all we got. See, Dave's just rocked up. Good evening. Gutted I missed the bingo. Can't believe it's been a week since the last Ground Force episode. I know. I see it has turned into an episode of Cameron PI again. It has. And it's just not happened. They just keep themselves offline after they've been on Ground Force. It's like, after the experience, they never want to come on again. Fair enough. Richard says it would annoy the hell out of me, regardless who it is. I mean, what does Titchmarsh know about? What does Titchmarsh know about how I want my garden? It's a good point, but I mean, I'm guessing you can put more money on your house if you say a Titchmarsh has done it, right? To the right people. Yeah, there used to be a water fountain in the middle there, but we got rid of it. It was annoying, but Titchmarsh did it. So if you dig deep enough under the topsoil, you'd find it. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's another episode tonight of Ground Force. I'm sorry we didn't find the garden. Maybe next week we'll find it, but there we go. Thanks so much to everyone that has watched once again. I had my bingo words lined up and everything. Did Willie show up? No, Dave. Didn't even show up. He did show up, didn't he? He was only briefly. He was there for like a minute. You wouldn't even know who's there. Hashtag. We'll get this put on the screen next week. Hashtag. Maybe not. People might get the wrong idea. Bring Willie back. But we've got 5 minutes before the end of the show. 2 things. Where? Here we go. This could be an awkward Google. So actually, I'm going to Google it off screen before I find the answer. Where is ground force Willie now? Okay, cool. Right. Nothing too serious comes in. Apparently in 2016 they were going to do a ground force reunion. Even online. Even on... That's about Tommy Walsh. I don't know. I don't care about Tommy Walsh. Just having a look for articles on Willie, but... Here we go. Is this him? Oh. No, that's not the Willie we want. That's... No, that's not the Willie we want. Willie Walsh, Seas of Paper. Nope. Not that one. Willy Wonka, wrong guy. We want the guy from Ground Force. He's not on here. Maybe I spelled his name wrong. I.e. easy mistake to make. No. Oh, he's there. He's not on here. In 2016, there's an article. It's from Tommy Walsh, who says that they want to do a remake of it. I'm up for it, he says. Charlie's up for it, and so's Willie and Kirsty. Who's Kirsty? He doesn't. Who's Kirsty? I didn't know if Alan Titchmarsh would be. Probably not, but they should definitely do a. They should definitely do one, shouldn't they? Come on. Oh, crikey. This is breaking news. Imagine if this is it. This could see us into overtime. We have our private investigator, Sean James, on it. Let's see if he's found it, team. This will be epic. This will be epic if he's found it. 2 weeks in a row, we could find. Here we go. Is that a look? Now, where are we? Where are you looking? He sent me somewhere. He said the number 8. I don't know where he means. We're in the right area. I've checked my email now. Right, mate, I've checked my email now. We're in the area. You can't just say number 8. I don't know where I am. Come on. Right, this area is. Right, let's zoom in a little bit. Could that be it? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Could that be? No, that's not it. That's not it. There's going to be a bit of that tonight. Is that it? Is that? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm desperate to find this. We've got 1 minute to go to the end of the show. I'm desperate to find this tonight. I hate ending a show. I hate ending a show without straight down. This is nightmare, this isn't it? It's a nightmare. Hello, caller.
Up.
Oh.
Down.
This is a nightmare because you're on a delay.
Right, up.
Right, up.
Go back to the motorway. It's at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
I don't think it is, though.
You don't think it's the one? It's gonna be a waste.
It's the one that you put the cursor on top.
Oh my gosh.
So it's above the white garage.
I can't even see a white garage.
Stop. Right. It's on the left of the 42 ball.
On the what? Left of the what? Oh, I can't
Stop.
see it. I can't see. I've stopped.
Right, down. Right,
What?
stop now.
What?
Where? Stop.
I'm not moving.
Right, up.
Up.
Up until the motorway is at the bottom.
I think there's about a 5-minute delay right there. I'm not moving.
So get the motorway on the bottom of the screen. I don't think it is, but
This is tough going.
I've only tuned in for the last 5 minutes, so it's a pure guess.
Now what?
No, up. No. Put it so that the motorway is at the bottom of the screen. You had your cursor on top of it 10 minutes ago.
This is so. You realise this is so difficult because you are literally 5 minutes behind me.
Right. No, put the motorway so that it's on the bottom of the screen.
It is.
It's not on what I'm looking at.
Right, it's on the bottom of the screen now.
Parton Road is not the motorway. Put Parton Road right at the top of the screen.
Is that right? It's at the top now, right? I am in the past. You are in the future. You're gonna get what I've just done in about a minute's time.
Right, put Parton Road up the top of the screen.
Right, it's there on my screen now.
All right, stop. Now, see where the A40 is? Above the A40 is a white building.
I see it.
Go straight into that. But I don't think it is.
Right, after all that.
But it looks like a garden that's got a circle in the middle.
I don't think that's it.
I don't think it is either, but it's just filled up 3 minutes of airtime.
Right, thanks very much, mate.
Give me advance warning of what next week's show is. And try and pick people that are in their 20s and 30s so that they're not dead. Because everything was coming up that they were deceased.
Oh my God.
The grandparents.
That's not ideal. Oh, that's sad to know. Right, what a sad ending.
Yeah, that circle thing.
I'll put you on the case a little bit earlier next week.
Bye.
Thanks, mate. What a show. Oh, that's the end. That's the end of this week's episode of Ground Force Bingo. Congratulations to Suck It, who won. And we'll be back tomorrow for the start of 12 shows of Christmas. I'm very, very excited. I hope you join me too. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun coming up on tomorrow's show. So please do join me from 8 p.m. And if we do find that else, I'll let you know. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Facilia. Or Pacilia, if you just read it off there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on.
Oh, I can't hear you, Anon. I've done something wrong with the thing. Anyway, elephant poo is what I got.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
Great, mate. Your signal is always terrible, but I'm good, my friend. Excuse me. You got an allotment? When I go, don't put artificial grass on top of me, alright?
You're going to get composted, Lee.
Yeah,